everybody! Welcome to the first official instalment of my vlog or blog, whatever. I'm wondering what on earth the neighbourhood kids are doing. I think they're trying to destroy the trees, which I think is absolutely delightful. So yeah, due to the response, mainly on Facebook, I've been recommended that I should go ahead with it. Start talking to you guys whilst I'm in my car. I mean, this journey itself is only going to be a pretty quick one. But my original video about piercings wound up being a little bit dodgy. The dogs, because I did it when I was at home, and the dog started barking, the door was going off, the phone was ringing, I was like, chaos! So, first things first, I get really annoyed when people do these piercing videos, and you want to know, like, if it hurts, aftercare, etc., and all they do for about 10 minutes is go, oh my god, I love it, oh my god, oh my god, I love it. That is just the most annoying thing in the world. So, first things first, I won't be able to show you pictures of them right now, but I'll pop them on later, is the Smiley piercing, just in the upper webbing in there. You can probably see it when I'm talking, and you would have seen it in the other video as well. On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being not very painful, piercing wise it was literally like a 1 or 2. It was intense how, I don't know, just quick, simple, everything. You know, the piercing lady just said breathe in for me, I breathed in, boom, done. No worries whatsoever. It takes about 2 weeks to heal. The bar that I originally had in, which I will show you here, was a bit too big for me, so what I did was literally, like, the next day I went back and got a smaller one put in, and I was just a lot happier with that. So I didn't even wait 2 weeks for it to heal, I just got the new bar put straight in. Wouldn't necessarily recommend that, but you know, I'm just a bit like that sometimes. If I'm not happy, I actively make a change, regardless of whether it's what I'm meant to do or not. And then you have the lingual, oh hang on a second, love that bit. So yeah, the lingual frenulum, or the web, the tongue webbing, pain wise I'd probably say about a 3 or a 4. It wasn't that bad, but the only problem is it's quite fiddly. So the lady who was piercing it for me, she was having a little bit of difficulty getting the bar to, you know, the ball on the bar, sorry, and for it to all sit right or what have you. So it was agitated quite a lot during the initial piercing process. But thankfully, you know, I think that one takes a few weeks to heal as well. It's meant to be about 4, I think I was told, but mine healed up pretty quickly. The only problem is the original bar. I'll show you a picture of that here. That wound up getting quite covered in like renewed dead skin, and it got affected by the saltwater bathing I was doing on it. Also, you know, I just think it got really badly tarnished, so I wound up getting a replacement one because it looks a little bit gross, almost a bit sort of lime scaly. So if you do get your tongue web pierced and you notice that your bar starts to go like that after like 2 weeks or what have you, just don't freak out. I've talked to a few people and that does happen. So yeah, aftercare for mouth-based things, you know, mouth-based piercings, I would definitely say rock salt or sea salt bathe it when you can, you know, mornings and evenings, pretty standard procedure really. If you are going to use mouthwash, make sure it's alcohol free. Otherwise it is going to really agitate your piercing, like quite a lot. Alcohol is not a good mix for it, and that's why you shouldn't also go drinking when you've had a piercing in the mouth. Last thing you want to do after you've gone through all of that effort of, you know, paying for it, getting it pierced, etc, etc, you don't want it to get inflamed. It's pretty standard procedure really. Just parking up here because I'm going to go see a friend a little bit in between jobs. And also, don't fiddle with it. Oh man, the amount of times people just play with piercings, it is ridiculous. They get something done like, your fingers have got so much bacteria on, I'm not even kidding, you know, just don't touch it. just don't touch it. Just don't. It's really simple. Oh, and now we've stopped, I can show you. So, Smiley, just up there, hang on. Horseshoe bar I use so that I can flip it up into my gum to hide it for work. There are loads of bars available. And then the web is just under there. I'll tell you why, like, these sort of metaphors behind my piercings sometimes, you know, sometime. But for now, that's me signing out, and I'll see you guys soon. There you go, you can see the conch in there. That one was actually done with a dermal punch instead of a needle, and that one didn't hurt either. I've also got that one on that side too. To tell you how much they didn't hurt, I got that one done, went back to my hotel room, put the kettle on, made a cup of tea, went back out, got that and my rook done as well, and then came back and, you know, my cup of tea was still there waiting for me. That's how much that one didn't hurt. You know, I wanted it done again in the other ear. The rook, though, I'm not gonna lie, that's that little one right up there. That one did hurt. It was done with a needle. It wasn't an unbearable pain, obviously, but it does catch you a bit by surprise. Whilst we're over here, we may as well talk about the scaffold as well. Got a great deal on that because it was any piercing for a tenner. I asked the person, does that include scaffold, because it's technically 2 holes. They said, yeah, why not? Got it done. Got that done a few years ago now, though. Can do absolutely anything with it. It's healed up really nicely. The only thing I will say with that one is it took about 3 months for mine to heal. I think that's because I've got, like, quite long hair and it got taffled in it quite a lot, whereas my male friend, when he got his done, it healed really quickly. Also, when you do get piercings in your ears, try not to sleep on them, try not to aggravate them too much. I know that Blue Banana do a really good tea tree oil. That actually does help quite a lot. And try and move your piercings after you've tea tree oiled them. Try and move them, you know, otherwise you don't want that horrible crusty stuff to build up and then it gets stuck and all manner of things go wrong there. I did have my nose pierced and I loved it on this side, but unfortunately it fell out and it healed up almost instantly. So if you are going to get your nose pierced, make sure that your work don't mind or anything like that. The reason I had to take mine out is because I was working on a job and they didn't want any facial piercings. So I put in a retainer, which was basically just like a bar with a ball on the end. But by the end of the first week, it lasted all week, and then by the end of the first week it fell out in the morning and that was it, I was done for. So yeah, nose piercings are great. They hurt. They don't hurt, they sting. They bring a tear to your eye. And also, when they're healing, watch out for this, because I was drying my face with a towel once and one of the hoops got caught in it, in my ring, and I pulled it out and it was awful. I'm not gonna lie, it was really painful, so don't do that. And then the other piercing that I've got, I'm going to have to try and move my hair out of the way for this one, is, one moment, got a lot of hair back here, is the Microdermals. Hopefully you can see them there. They were painful to have put in, but the good thing about them is you're face down in a table, almost like a massage table. And when they're there, because they basically have to almost like unscrew a little bit of your skin. Because mine are the dermals, it's not the piercing bar. They have to like unscrew a little bit of your skin and pull it out. And it's almost like a sting inside the layers of your skin that you can't get rid of. That's the only way I can describe it, but seeing as you're face down in this table, you can just sort of grin and bear it, and, you know, no one knows. And then when you sit up, they're like, "You all right?" Like, "Yeah, I'm fine." But they actually healed up really easily. One of my gems fell out within the first few days of me getting it pierced, and I got a friend to try and put it back in. They didn't put it in right. They put it, instead of putting it in straight like that, they put it in at an angle, so it just fell out again. Thankfully, I caught it, tried it again, put it back in. And I went back to where I got it pierced, and they said, actually, yeah, it's absolutely fine. They made sure it was realigned nicely. The aftercare for that was really easy. Just try and keep it covered for the first week or two. I know it sounds like a long time, and you want to show it off, but it's best. I kept mine covered for about a week, and as soon as I took the bandages off, that's when it started to look almost like it'd been there forever. You know, it really didn't look like I'd had it pierced for a week. I know people who've had a lot of problems with them. That's because they're fiddling with them. If you are going to touch your piercings, just get an antibacterial hand gel or something, you know. Put that on your hands first, and then if you do have to fiddle or move around with your jewellery, at least then you know you're not moving any bacteria around. Main rule of thumb for piercings, don't fiddle with them. Get them done by someone who's reputable, and enjoy them. Okay, see you later. When looking back on my video, I realised that when I got to the microdermals bit, I showed you my microdermals for about 0.3 seconds, and then I showed you an amazing shot of my shirt collar. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show a few pictures of my microdermals after this to make up for the fact that I derped out just then. So okay, later.